Right, so I'm hoping there's somebody in chat that knows OnAir, because I said to you yesterday that we're going to try OnAir out today, and I know absolutely nothing about OnAir. Like, literally, the only thing I know is the web page that I've read. So I need some help setting this thing up here. And then we'll try it. So I noticed that so I've signed up for an account now because their servers actually work. If I fire up the client, which I'll do now, then I get this screen here where it says set up your company. So you got your company name, the airline code, your pilot pseudo, whatever that means. Pilot pseudo. Pilot birthday? Shouldn't that say avatar or something? I don't know. Flight experience. In what? I don't know. No, Whiteland. Dude, why do you have to be that guy, Whiteland? I'm trying it out because people keep saying, have you tried OnAir, Whiteland? Right? And yesterday, we found out that you can actually create a virtual airline in OnAir. And there were people that have used FSE for years and have now started using this. So I thought it would make a lot of sense to actually try it out and see what it's like. And that way, when somebody comes in and says, hey, Squirrel, have you tried OnAir? I can go, yes, I have. And I can give you my opinion on it. But right now, I can't. So we're going to try it, Whiteland. It's free for 7 days on a trial, so we may as well make use of that. Yeah, so we're moving away from FSE confirmed. Yeah, exactly. But OnAir is a paid-for thing. That's the difference. That's the key difference. Yeah, it costs money. Exactly, Tony. It literally costs you money to play this. That's the difference between this and FSE, right? So anyway. Actually, Dre, you technically can't. So who's the OnAir expert in here? Because I don't know. We need to set this up properly because somebody said you need to go for Thunder or something. There's like 3 levels and Thunder is the one that allows the virtual airline or something where other people can join it, I think. You don't mind that it costs money, but a subscription model is rubbish. Okay. Ever had a mortgage? That's a subscription model as well. What about your electric bill? I think that's a subscription model. Pretty certain I pay monthly for that. Anyway. Yeah, I think you can pay for like a month, like 3 months, a year, whatever. I mean, what I've often done in the past with these things is like you buy for 3 months and then immediately cancel the subscription and then it just runs for 3 months. That's it. Life is a subscription model. This is just setting up for the default words, so it doesn't matter so much. You'll have to do this screen again for each world. Oh, right, okay. So I can put whatever I want in here, right? I don't know. Well, let's just put in Air Squirrel then. Air Squirrel, airline code. SQRL. Pilot's pseudonym. Jeff. Pilot's birthday? I don't know. Who cares? Flight experience. He's flown an hour. Oh, hang on. It goes up in tens. Let's find a Jeff. There's Jeff. Initial location. Now, for the initial location, I kind of figured we're going to find out if we can get jobs like FSE. Where's my web thingy? So I thought, so we've got, we've got a base over here in FSE. We're kind of building some planes up here. I've flown around here. I thought, let's go East Coast. So I'm thinking of setting up the virtual airline on the East Coast somewhat because it's quite an interesting area to fly around in general. So any recommendations for where we need somewhere where you can kind of go in like different directions to do jobs? Because the problem is if you put yourself on New York, say, like you basically lose all this space. There's going to be no jobs east of you, right? So I'm thinking Like you'd want to be somewhere here, so you've got jobs going in all directions. And also, I want it where the scenery's nice. That's another thing, yeah? Where the scenery is going to be nice to fly around. We're going to have plenty of... Like, the problem with Chicago, if you fly west, this is all boring, isn't it? Even I know that this is boring terrain. So I'm kind of thinking somewhere around here, maybe, where the terrain is interesting. Nashville. Where's Nashville? There's Cincinnati. Nashville's here. Tennessee. Okay, what's the terrain like within like 200-300 miles of this? I think Toronto might... The weather will be the problem with like somewhere like Toronto. You know, if we're playing live weather and we go... As we go into winter, it's going to be horrendous in various places. Colorado, Denver. Okay, let me scroll out a bit. My North American knowledge is limited. So Ohio, West Virginia, Pennsylvania. Which of these states are like pretty? Let's say that. Cleveland, right to the lake, fly to Canada. I think around here is probably better than around here because then, you know, you can't really go north much. You must be joking, Wyland. It gets down to like minus 50. Salt Lake, Utah's beautiful. Fletcher Reed, thank you for subbing. Welcome. Chicago to Mackinac Island via Lake Michigan, East Coast. So somewhere, let's think. So somewhere around here might be nice terrain. Bit of water. Actually, there's more water patches around here, actually. North Carolina, West Virginia, maybe. West Virginia is where Fallout 76 is set. Okay.
Welcome to the Nut House.
Grusensphere, welcome. Thank you. Want to look around Google Maps? Well, we are looking around Google Maps. Kind of. I'm looking for people experienced with North America. Pittsburgh is a decent location. What up here? If you got the lake, I guess you can fly to Toronto, Detroit, Columbus, Washington, Philadelphia. So I guess that's a decent hub. What's it like around Nashville? What's the terrain like around here, around Nashville? Isn't it flat? I don't know, Dre. I honestly don't know, mate. Nashville is mountains. I guess it's not flat, Dre. I don't really want... Yeah, you can kind of see the mountainous bit here, I guess. Can we use any of this stuff? Use Bing Maps, yeah, okay. Why not a continent you haven't flown around somewhere? Because reasons. Because most people will fly over here. And also, if I'm flying, if I'm streaming and flying, right, it's going to be daylight here. Whenever I'm streaming over here, it's going to be daylight. Yeah, so it's perfect. It means I can go live weather and everything and just get like daylight. Brilliant. That's why I'm doing it. We don't want it to be like the mountains. Hilly and interesting is good, but not necessarily mountainous. What about Pittsburgh? What's Pittsburgh like? Is it boring?
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
Which is the terrain view? 3 lines on the right side. There aren't 3 lines on the right side. If you want East Coast and flat... No, I don't want it flat. I want it, like, interesting, you know? Pittsburgh is all hills, really. See what you mean about the, like, the swathe of hills through here. Look at that. So Pittsburgh is, like, not bad, but if you want to go to Washington, you've got to climb over some big hills, right? Taipan, thank you, 35 months. Where's Knoxville? Is it going to be, like, boring flat over here, though? How about Columbus? Columbus, you've got Virginia nearby. You've got Pittsburgh, Cleveland. Maybe here? I mean, you could, you know, you could still run over the hills if you want, but... See, Nashville looks pretty good to me. It's not that hilly. I got the route command wrong. Huh? Did I? Oh, did I put K-O-N-K? Typo, Dre. Do you want to fix it? Knoxville looks like it's sat between some pretty big hills to me. You've got all this here and all this here. Does that make it interesting or a bit difficult to get over? It's the home of country music. Don't like country music. Could be interesting. Yeah, when you're starting out on your little Cessna, that's going to be pretty challenging, I would say. I'm thinking Nashville over Knoxville, to be fair. That's a bit flat. It's probably easier to start life here than it is here. As pretty as that looks. 4,000 to 5,000 feet only. That's still... My instinct tells me Nashville more than Knoxville. Knoxville's cooler. Teppo, thank you, 55. Personally, you go north of nearer to the Great Lakes. But the lakes won't have jobs in them. That's the thing. The lakes won't have any jobs. Nashville's a bigger city. Yeah. All right, let's go with that. Let's go with Nashville. It doesn't matter at this point anyway. IKO for Nashville. Nashville International. Jeez, do we really want to start in an international? Nashville KBNA. There you go. Let's punch that in and see what it thinks about that. Size 5. I don't even know what that means. I don't want to use a simulator. I want to play with AI. Nope. Difficulty level. Does it matter what we put in here? Activate survival mode. Should I tick that or not? What do you think? I literally, I don't want to play this offline. I just want to do the virtual airline thing. You're going to turn the prompt pretty quickly. You won't be in the 172 very long. Classic, realistic. I literally Does it matter what options I go with here? If I just want to create a virtual airline? Does anybody actually know? Survival you can't hire. I don't know. The problem is I think with the virtual airline thing, you put it into Thunder mode, and then you can't hire any AI anyway, is what I understand. But what I don't know is how do you build up the money in the company in the first place? Big Bad Bod, thank you for a year. Realistically, it's harder, less loans, longer required plane rentals. Difficulty levels about equity. That doesn't mean anything. I don't know. But does the choices I make here affect the virtual airline later? That's what I want to know. Or can I, for example, put this on easy mode, get loads of cash, and then throw that cash into the virtual airline? Or can you not transfer into the virtual airline? Like, how does it work? The Thunder options will be locked, so ignore it for now. All right. Okay, we'll just put in classic then. Company 4-digit code already exists. Oh, as if. Somebody's nicked SQRL. What can we have instead? ASQL. Squirrel. Let's try that. There we go. Tony, thank you for giving us up to Hellball. Your subscription will end soon. Good. Change world. Current world. Cumulus. Servers are back online. Well done. Now what? You can go into Thunder mode at any time from easy. Right. Please change the avatar. Dude, probably never going to see him again anyway. Change to Thunder. Okay. This is a world without AI pilots. This world is the same as the Stratus world, except that you will not be able to hire AI pilots. Co-pilots, crew members, and mechanics will work as usual. There's no minimum renting hours per days for aircraft. Enter. Wait, what? Okay. So I'm creating it. I'm doing this again, right? I wonder if SQRL is available here then. No, not Jez. Jeff. Jeff. Come on, Jeff. Where are you, mate? There's Jeff. No, I don't like him anymore. He reminds me of someone. What? He's better. What was the code? K something or other. KBNA. Realistic, blah, blah, blah. You have a different character per world. Right, okay. We've got SQRL in the Thunder world. That's good. Right, so, online persistent world. So now what? Need a quick start. Only accessible in Cumulus. Lol. Whoops. Brissy Gaming, thank you for 3 years. How is this thing connecting to my sim then? Because it's not asked me for any connection details yet. Okay. Connected to Microsoft Flight Simulator. MFS. Nobody calls it MFS. No flight tracking in progress. Okay. It's mystically done it. That's interesting. Options. Import new aircraft. Global settings. VA operations. Create a virtual airline. Didn't we do that? Or was that my company different to my VA? I'm confused. I thought we needed to do that. It cost 100k to make a VA. I only have 10? All right, what do I need to do to make 100K? My company, dashboard, live operations, flight logs, employees, blah, 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 blah. We don't care about balance sheets. How do I make some money? Partners. You don't have any partners yet. Timbo Plays, thank you for 9. Happy Twitch baby, sir. World. Right. Find jobs. Search, generate aircraft. Documentation. Dude, I don't need documentation. I'm a streamer. You're my documentation. I don't need to read documentation. Rent a plane, do jobs. There you go. See? There's documentation right there. Rent a plane, do jobs. Find jobs. Just okay. Port Nashville, Quarry Logistics Center. Let's see what we got here. Penalty? What's the penalty about? And depending, you have level 1 mission you can start out with. Wait, what was that then? Was pending? Pending jobs. Oh, okay. Level 1 mission, local cargo. All right, this will get us going. 56 nautical miles. Cargo 246. What does that mean? Is that pounds? Kilograms? Yeah, but you can't do the tutorial if you're in Thunder mode. Cargo delivery. Cargo weight is in pounds. You can split before loading the aircraft. 246 pounds. Under world, search, generate aircraft. That's where you rent a plane. Okay. World. Search, generate aircraft. Search aircraft I've loaded in my sim.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
Single engine piston land. Sandra, thank you 31 months. Crawler Snipe, thank you 43. You can set your birthday to 1650. That makes perfect sense. Where's the location of these aircraft? It doesn't say where they are. You can just filter by Microsoft Flight Sim. CBM 930. That seems overkill for a first job. Aircraft model detected in your sim. Oh, is that what it's... Yeah, I see what it's done. It's basically pulled that, hasn't it? Keyword optional. Wait, in order to do this job... Where's that pending job gone? In order to do this job, I need a plane that can carry 246 pounds of weight. Well, I could do that in a Cessna, right? If you click the filter icon next to Sim, you can filter by Microsoft Flight Sim. Oh, can they change that to MSFS? That's triggering me. Nobody calls it MFS. That sounds like a flipping wardrobe manufacturer or something. Or somebody that sells sofas and has a sale on every week. Load. Right, okay. So this is what it can carry. So 356. Cessna 152 Asobo. Yeah, that'll do it. I can carry 530 pounds. That's more than enough. OnAir is nearly 100-page manual. Yes, which I could spend the next 4 hours reading, or you guys can tell me what to do, right?
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
Tony AU, thank you for 3 months. Microsoft sold for sales. Go to aircraft at airports and you can see the aircraft currently at your airport. Ah, that would be useful. Because we don't know where this is, do we? Choose an area to focus your search. Search 250 nautical around here. So is this telling me that there is a Cessna 152 that's located 49 nautical miles away from where I am, and I can rent it for $60 dry? I don't know what that is. You're welcome, Crawley. If you rent something further away, you'll have to take transportation to that place, right? You need to rent that, fly to the airport, and then do your job, and then fly it back once done. What, you have to fly it back to that airfield where it is now? Why can't you just leave it? Your free plane is free teleport. Oh, your first plane is free teleport. Okay. So does that look like a good one to rent? Because it looks like it's in good condition, low hours, quite cheap, and it's not far away from KBNA, I think. You can keep all the plane. Assuming we're doing another job, but yeah. So does that mean that that plane is based in TN38, and whenever you finish renting it, you have to take it back there, and if you don't take it back there, there'll be a fee for somebody else to take it back there? Is that how it works? Right. Okay. All right. Well, let's rent that. Let's see how this goes. Details. That's the 152, fuel capacity 28 gallons. Probably the 152 doesn't even have an autopilot, so this is going to be fun. Design cruise speed 97 knots, blah, blah, blah. How much fuel has it got on board? Condition 99%. 2.3 gallons. Okay, so my next question before I rent this is how do we actually add fuel to it? And who pays for the fuel? Yes, I know I have to refuel before I go, but this might be in a location where there's no fueling, right? What if TN38 doesn't have any fuel station? Yeah, exactly. Make sure you can fuel from the place you... Exactly. World Airport, and it shows the fuel in that airport. Okay. Unique aircraft ID. That's a GUID. TN38. Right. So if we go World Airport, TN38, display, closed for operations. So right now this place is closed. So even if I wanted to refuel it, I couldn't, right? Some lazy idiot left it there. You get penalized if you land at an airport outside of its operating hours as well. RIP. Because right now, most of these fields are going to be closed for operations, I would have thought. You pay a fine if you fly at a closed airport? Go to your airport and see what planes are at your airport. Airport, where at this? Okay, how do I do that? Search aircraft. Are these all here? So TN38's got all these. So, if I take a plane and fly it out of here, I'm going to get fined because because it's closed, right? There's a lot more rules in OnAir. You get penalties for not having taxi lights. What? You get penalties for not having taxi lights on and putting flaps up too early. What? You turn off that option so you can go there. No, not in Thunder mode. You can't, I don't think. People are saying search for aircraft at KBNA. We can try. KBNA aircraft. So there's a Cessna 172, but that's an X-plane one. There's a Boeing 747. Oh my god. Yeah, there's nothing here. Look. I could rent it for 74 grand and fly 200, 300 pounds worth of stuff. The lights thing is definitely broken. Okay. Search aircraft. No, not that one. That one. Let's see. I don't want that anymore. Aircraft class. Single engine piston. Sim. Why can't I remember these filters?
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
Craft a bed and sleep until morning. No, thank you, 32 months. You can reduce the range at Nashville. Click 152 around. See, this is where we were a minute ago, but distance. That's the one we looked at, but TN38's closed for operations right now, so I need to find something a bit more like that. But that means I have to fly 133 miles. Okay, here's a question. That first job that we've been given for free, I don't need to do that, do I? I could ignore that. Yeah, with no autopilot. 133 miles with no autopilot at night, because it's probably night there right now. You can pick up jobs anywhere. But it's good XP for your skill tree. Do you have a skill tree in Thunder mode? It gives amazing XP. Yay. Well, flying a 152, 133 nautical miles. It's going to take like over an hour just to bring that thing here. How much is the fine for taking off? Well, that's got no fuel in it. That's no good at all. Is it a 172 anywhere? What about this? Why has this got no rent price? Jeez, that's expensive. A 152 is like $60 and a 172 is $210? Free. I doubt that's free to rent. M29. Maybe that just means you can't rent it. It's owned by a player and they don't allow renting of the aircraft. Right, so that's like FSE. So this one is 97 nautical away. Do the tutorial, get a free plane? Dude, there is no tutorial when you're in the Thunder mode. That only applies in Cumulus mode, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. I've gone straight into hardcore mode. Why doesn't rent price change with condition? Have you ever been to a flight school? They have the worst planes and they still rent them out at maximum price. You're a glutton for punishment. Yep. Right. I'm going to rent this. I'm going to assume that KCHA is Wait, if we're at KCHA, there might be a job that goes to where we are now. Never know. If you rent that, dry 210. How much fuel's in it? 6.2 gallons. Why do people do this? Travel there first. Well, I need to check if the airfield I can refuel it. So I need to check if KCHA is actually open right now. Okay, they're actually open, so that's good. Landing fees at some airports have parking fees. Well, that's fair enough. So, if there's nobody here, can I still refuel? Buy a 100-litre gallon container. Buy 100 LL 5.3 gallon container. Wait, so I can buy a container of fuel at this airport. Can I then use it to refuel my plane? From these FBOs? Are these player-owned FBOs then? You can fuel it directly at the airport. Right, okay. So, if I teleport here... How do I teleport here? Teleport here, rent the plane, refuel it, fly it to my home airfield. You only use containers when you need to transport fuel. Okay. Rent the plane, it gives you the option to teleport. Somebody said teleport there first. Oh, how do you tell it to just never show anything but Microsoft Flight Sim in these filters? So it's that one, I think. So KCHA, rent dry. Renting bond?
Welcome back.
Right, we've rented that. 210 per hour dry. At the end of the lease, the aircraft can be returned. At the end of the lease, the aircraft has to be returned to the current airport with at least the same fuel level. What, 6 gallons? This is your first aircraft. You can be teleported for free. Do you accept? Yes. Okay. Free teleport for us. Thank you for 3 months, Spirit Mark. What does this do? Find jobs. Prepare for next flights. Aircraft details. Find jobs at the current airport. What do you reckon the chances of a job that goes to where we're going to? It looks more involved, but you like complex stuff. Yeah, I'm just kind of getting my head around how it all works at the moment. Oh, that gives you a... Oh, that's cool. Gives you a visual. So we want something that goes to... we went for Nashville, didn't we? Where's the destination here? Medium range. We want small trip. You can change the direction too. Ooh. Oh, that's too much. 3,000 pounds of weight, that's too much. Well, that's going where we want it to go, though. I think. KBNA is where we're going, isn't it? Printed magazines. Equipment pallets. You can take partial weight. You can change the maximum weight on the top filter. You don't have to go to KBNA. Yeah, we want to go to KBNA because that's where my pending job is, and I want to do that pending job. Can you split the cargo? Apparently you can split it. I have no idea how. What about the radioactive cargo one? Yeah, okay. So how do I take some of this? And how do I know how much I can take? I feel like I want to stay on this page, but I want to have another tab now where I can do something else. Like, I don't want to lose this context, but I kind of am, aren't I? Careful, that's a job from KBNA. No, this one here. Oh. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's no good. That's going the wrong way. That's going the wrong way. Ignore it. Well, I don't quite get this screen. I'm in KCHA. I want to see jobs that are going to KBNA. How do I do that? How do I give it a filter? Search surrounding airports. How do I give it a filter on destination? Because it doesn't have a destination column, does it? Click on the left of the range. Well, it's not a frustrating interface. I'm just new to the interface, aren't I? So press the plus button to the left of the jobs. Yeah, but I'm not gonna literally click through every single job to find out which one goes to KBNA. I literally just want to have a filter. Show me jobs that go to KBNA, that come from KCHA. Yeah, but Fuzzy, that's going to give me the... Okay, so you go KBNA, right? And then you go to... So now that's going to give me jobs coming to KBNA. So then I'll filter this or sort this and then look for KCHA, right? There's one. That's going from KCHA to KBNA. 97 nautical, that's correct, but it has way too much stuff. Empty pallets, equipment pallets. How do I split that job and put it on the plane? That's my next question. And how do I know how much I can take? You take it, and then when you load, you can choose how much cargo. Oh, okay. Okay, so you take the job now, and then when you go to load the aircraft, you can specify, oh, I want to take 300 pounds of this. And I presume you get paid a pro rata rate on it, yeah? So if I took the whole thing, I get 5,200. But if I can only take a tenth of that, I'll only get 500. And my rent is going to be 200 plus expense. I'm going to make nothing. I'm literally going to make nothing. Plus my fuel. Is that right? You have to do all of it in bit parts. Ah. So if I take this job, you have to complete the job before payment. Oh my God. Yeah, that's not going to happen. That's going to be like, don't know, at least 6 trips flying backwards and forwards before I finally get paid $5,000. And by then I'll probably burn a load of money. Worst job ever. Well, it is for this. It is for my plane. Okay, so that's a non-starter. Maybe we just fly somewhere else and make some cash. Let's just do that. We've got a plane. Let's just see what. Let's just do a job and get some money. We'll do that. We'll do that initial job later when I've got a plane that I can buy maybe myself. Right. So, where's the plane that I've hired? How do I look at the stats for the plane so I can figure out how much actual capacity I have? Yeah, I know I want to change the cargo weight filter, but I want to know what to change it to. So I need to look at the plane. Operations aircraft, maybe? There we go. More details. Maximum payload, 960 pounds. Is that when it's fully fueled? Okay, 960 pounds. That's not fully loaded. That's excluded. It's 960 pounds without fuel and yourself. Right. Is there a weight and balance screen that you can use anywhere? Events, flights, check aircraft in sim, view flight stats. The square button with the arrow going to the top right under my company will open another window, mainly just for the job page. This one. When you prepare your flight, you'll be able to check weight and balance. All right, so let's assume 960 all in. I don't know. Maybe we can carry. What does the player weigh, roughly? Player weighs about 200 pounds. So then you got your fuel on top. So maybe you can carry about 500, something like that. Is FSC this complicated at the start? Nope. I mean, it's literally all new to me, so we'll get there. It's all good. Right, let's see. Let's sort by distance. So we want something that pays. So that pays a bit better. That's a high penalty. Event logistic. What's that about? So is that two separate jobs, and you have to complete both of them? Jeez. Army personnel, 6 passengers. I can't take 6 passengers. Make sure to check the expiry date on the jobs by hovering over the coloured circle in the expires column. Or that one. Oh, you mean that one? Oh, I see. So what does the colour mean? So yellow means 1 day away. Red means it's about to expire. Green's 5 days. Blue's 9 days. So it's basically, so anything red, pretty much like medical transport. What's this mean? At least one job cannot be flown by an AI pilot. It's a joystick. You can also change packs in the filter too. Okay, that would probably help. Maximum passengers 3. Okay, now we're homing in. Goods transport. So I'm paying about 2k, aren't they? 235 nautical. Geez, that's a long way. What about this one then? So this one, if I've understood this correctly, this one expires... Okay, that was my zip. This one expires in 4 hours. And we have to fly 2 passengers, 100 nautical miles. And we get paid $2.5 grand. You can't transport passengers at the moment. You don't have the qualification. Oh my God. You need the skill. You can only take ones with blue take buttons. Let me guess. If I want to get that skill, I need to go and do that job back at KBNA. Is that going to give me the skill points? Or will just doing a job here give me enough to get me the skill points? I'm not flying that. Like 189 miles for $800. You don't have to, but it'll give you a big skill boost. Should have just hired the plane and fly to KBNA and then get that job. It kind of feels like I should do that because I'll get the skill point that I need to get the passengers right. I might as well fly to KBNA and earn nothing. I might as well just do that. You have a skill point now. How do you know that then? Take the money lost and make it back later. Exactly. How do you know I've got a skill point and where do I spend it? My company skills. Skills tree. 1 skill point to distribute. Bank loans agreement, FBO agreement, passenger license. Oh, that's the license there, look. Hiring agreement. What does that do? Where's the info button on these? Which are the good skills to get here? Yeah, I know the PAX license is what I want, but is the one that you should go for before another? You can hover over the bar at the bottom right of the rectangle. Unlocks jobs with passengers. You can build FBOs and get logistic query license. Unlock loans at the bank. Hire employees and freelancer. Well, that's pointless in the Thunder mode, right? Oh, no, dear. Possibly. I don't know. I'd have to check the wattage. There should be another 5 of them. If it's the right one. Well, there should be a few of them. At least like 4 of them. Put it with the others and show me later. Hang on. Fresh berry. Oh, this is the best one. Bank loan will allow you to buy a plane instead of rent if that helps. I feel like we need to have a little bit of a strategy here. That is just the best. I feel like we need to have a strategy here. Either we get the PAX license now and do the medical job, which flies us away from KBNA, or I fly straight to KBNA right now, take the hit on the money, do that initial job to give you another point, and then I can probably get a bank loan and a passenger loan, right? You can't do the medical job yet. It's the last skill in the passenger tree. Dude's got a point. We're not certified for medical transport. So I can't even do that. I couldn't even do the medical job even though I wanted to. After that first job you have at home, it'll drop you another one with about 5 pickups. Right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to fly straight to KBNA. Company value minus 2K. Right, how do I tell it that I'm going to fly straight to KBNA? Like, do I have to start Do I have to tell it somehow where I'm going to go? Flight prep is the first button on shortcuts. Right, flight prep. Shortcuts. Aircraft. So I need to refuel this. Prepare your flight. $5.30 a gallon. We'll take that. Right, so... Wait, what? How on earth did this guy fly a plane and burn all the fuel in the left wing and leave 6 gallons in the right wing? How on earth has he done this? That's insane. Yeah, he was running on the left tank. That's just nuts. Literally, the only way to do that in a Cessna is to select the left tank and then burn all the fuel in it, and then change to the right tank before the engine stalls. Useful load, 830, range 62 nautical. Cargoes, payloads. How do I tell it where I want to go? I think it was about 90 nautical. Okay, so that gives me 125 nautical mile range. You put the fuel in first. That doesn't make any sense to me. Like, you need to know where you're going so that you can put the right amount of fuel in. You don't put the fuel in and then decide where you're going. Or your ground crew only fill 1 tank. Oh my god. That's scary. How much is that going to cost me? Fuel price, $41. That would give me 142 nautical range. That's comfortable. Confirm fuel and payload. Okay.
Welcome back.
Flights. Nope. How do I tell it where I want to go now? Prepare your flight. Do I click this one instead? Balance, assign 190 pounds. So that's me. Okay, so this is where you do your weight and balance. Confirm and go fly. Connecting. Fuel on board 14 gallons. Boarding, deboarding status. Passengers. Select intended destination. KBNA, please. Flying your simulator or nothing. Go to flight tracking page. Select crew. What do you mean? I am the crew, aren't I? Jeff. Jeff is flying this. Jeff is registered as a passenger. Wait, what? He's not the passenger. He's the guy flying the plane. He's not a passenger. How do I choose Jeff as the pilot? Do not tick that box. Okay. Imagine sitting Jeff in the back and then going, right, let's go and fly. Jeff just sat in the passenger seat going, who's flying this? Theoretically, you can transport yourself with an AI pilot. Fair enough. So just go to flight tracking, yeah? You're about to start a flight without any cargoes or passengers. Start anyway. Do I do this and then go to Microsoft Flight Sim? Or do I need to go into Microsoft Flight Sim and do something first? Right, we'll do that then. We don't support any add-on that changes the time during the flight tracking. Do you want this warning to be displayed again next time you start flight tracking? We don't support any add-on that changes the time during the flight tracking. What does that mean? Okay, so it says it's tracking, I think. Oh yeah, there you go. Model difference TBM. Right, so it's worked out that I've not chosen the right plane yet. It's fair enough. 172 with a G1000, I believe. Liveries. Still need an Air Squirrel livery, but for now we'll just go banana. Presume it's going to put the tail number on. KCHA. Put it on live. Do we choose a gate, I guess? It doesn't do the tail number. What? Even Flight Sim in economy manages that. ATC options. What was the tail number? November 7075L. Put that in. Right. KCHA. We'll just tell it we're going to go to KBNA. Okay. Definitely on live. Actually, what do I put for here? Just put it on off. Because is it going to inject planes in here or not? Doesn't matter. Fair enough. So we click fly on that. Tracking conditions. Ooh, look at this. The aircraft will stay in sleep mode after moving. Be sure to exit sleep mode when the scenery is fully loaded. OnAir's a bit buggy, lots of fuel, but not the cargo. Yeah, I read that on the website.
Happy anniversary.
You ready to go? Press start tracking. I'll probably do it like FS Economy then. I'll get over to the runway, put the brakes on, then click start tracking. That's the way I generally do it. Cold Amos, thank you, 33. That penalizes you. Oh my god. Track before you start up. It's not like FS Economy. So it's actually going to penalize you if you don't taxi. Okay, that's actually a horrible livery. It looks like a sherbet lemon. Really not into that. Penalize you for incorrect starter procedures. Okay, so like right now, I'll start tracking you. So we click start tracking, and now it's gonna sit there like an examiner going, right then, let's see if he puts the beacon on before he starts the engine. Minus $100. Sorry. Well, I'll put the batteries on. Presume it'll allow me to do that, right? And then we'll put the beacons on and ask for a pushback. Presume I can do that. Sounds like somebody's watching your every move. That's exactly what's happening. Check it's loaded the fuel. Yep. Seems to have. This guy's so lazy. He could literally grab the prop and move us. But he just has to use his fancy toy. Standby battery. Right, okay, we should get this thing started now. Right, mixture's in. So what kind of stuff is it going to penalise me for, I wonder? It's like having an examiner sat next to you. You're not kidding?
Your flight will be monitored until you land and shut down the engines.
Okay. That's a bit creepy. Did you modify the route I gave Rome for the group flight? It's weird because it's the same area as the one I made. Yeah, I basically took the flight and then just basically rerouted it all. In the same area, but different airports, essentially. What did it say? It said it was going to monitor me and slap my wrist if I do something wrong. Basically, is what it said. Oh look, the stat. I bet you it will mark you incorrectly if you don't put the altimeter, the transponder on. Make sure that's on. I mean, works out which way we're taking off. Okay. I haven't even like looked at any charts or anything. I haven't started the bridge program, I think. Is that why? Second. MSFS bridge, there we go. Oh, is it? Sorry, I'm in the States now. Durr. Different code.
Welcome back, Nata.
4,000 feet should do it. Right, let's go flying. They haven't said when FSE might reopen, but probably really soon. Session duration, fuel on board. Right, tax lights on. Let's get out of here. You got to use flaps to avoid penalty even in planes that can take off with no flaps. Well, that's a bit dumb. So it's going to force me to use the flaps. Penalty for speeding? What is this? Wait, this taxiway doesn't look legit to me. This looks like a weird taxiway. Yeah, this ain't right. Think it's gone the wrong way. Probably get a penalty for that as well, right? Wrong turn. I mean, what I don't get is how it's going to penalise you for taxiing too quickly, because you don't really know what speed you're taxiing anyway. Hey. What about a penalty for a forklift truck crashing into you? Yeah, Crawler, you can't get any controllers right now. They're all gone, mate.
Approaching runway 20.
Right. We're at 20. Mixture's rich. Flaps are in position 10. Landing lights, nav lights, strobes, and all that good stuff. Probably get penalised for it anyway.
Runway 20. 2,225 meters remaining.
Small tip to skip startup and taxi. Start on the runway, shut off the engine, then start tracking and restart the engine. Lol. Hacks. There's a bus on the runway, or something. There's a vehicle just exited the runway down there. It's weird how everything's just speaking to you. Laps are coming up. Penalty for that. Dranham71, thank you very much for subbing. Welcome. Is it expecting me to use my landing lights en route in any way? Like, is it expecting me to turn them off, or what? Landing lights above 500 feet is usually a penalty. Oh my god. Alright, send the landing lights off. I mean, is that the same for an airliner as it is for a Cessna 172? I can't wait to see the breakdown at the end when it starts listing all the penalties. I mean, considering I'm doing this without any paying customers or cargo, everything's just going to be negative. GPS AP VS bank angle. Can I show that while flying? I'll try. Hang on. Just want to make sure the plane's not going to fall out the sky. How do I get this to follow? It's on follow mode. Oh, it is following. Toggle airport data. It's a bit weird. Road view, terrain view, aerial view. That's quite cool. Mr. Quark, mate. How you doing, sir? Thank you for the raid. Uh-oh, what's the plane doing? Welcome, guys. Welcome, Quark. Time to sleep, dude. Dude, what time is it for you? It's outrageous. It's more like 7 AM or something. Thank you for the host, Mr. Quark. Have a nice sleep. That's crazy. Let's bring that down a little bit. Shouldn't need the pitot, but we'll put it on anyway. Penalty to fly an IMC. So I'm just playing with this. So what was he on? No, destination. Physical view. What that means. Shaded relief view. Road. Topographical. What's ArcGIS as opposed to Bing? Show meta. Flying over your house. Interesting tracking page. Like, it actually shows you what it's tracking as opposed to, you know, like FSE where it's just, yep, we're doing stuff. Oh, we just went hard IMC outside. Yeah, I think the SDK is going to get fixed, doesn't it? But they need a Sobo to fix stuff. I think a Sobo has a big fix list right now. Great. Great scenery. Interesting, it doesn't show a line like where you're going. It's got these dots. Is that my alternate? Oh, that's cool. Well, it would be if it stopped tracking me. Go to tracking page. If you hover over that, it gives you the meta at KBNA. However, it keeps flashing it annoyingly. Follow aircraft. (131) Okay. 160 at 5 knots, which is what we was expecting. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is not good weather. At Nashville. Dude, why are you not showing me? Few clouds at 1600 broken. There's some light showers and rain in the area. Overcast at 4500. Eek. Yeah, this is going to be a fun approach. It's so fluffy. At least we're above the clouds now. That's a good thing. KBNA. Nashville International. It's a massive, massive runway. They actually have an ILS on 02 going into Nashville.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
See, that METAR differs to the one we just looked at, Brian. It's literally saying rain, though. And the wind is different. Korean Insincere, thank you very much for the bits. It's not the flying banana, it's the flying sherbet lemon. Actually... which transition do we want? That's the question. No, there's only one. Only 3 hours on this plane, what do you mean? So if we put the ILS in, so the localizer, according to this, the localizer's on 109.9er, but they also have Nashville VOR on 114.1. So we could put Nashville VOR, oops, into this one to nav 2 114 BNA, which is correct. And then put the localizer to 109.9er. Top right of the dashboard, it has an hour meter. What am I looking at? Oh, you mean in here? That's not the dashboard. That's the dashboard. Dashboard. That's the MFD. I am Bonio. Thank you for 31 months. So we should be at 4,000 at FIDS. By the time we get to Dickens, we have to be at 3,000, which was this one here. Oh, rip. Why have you done that game? That's really weird. You're supposed to change that. That's a bit bizarre. Good morning. Talking about the hours, right? The the ET is 40 minutes exactly. Yeah, if the plane starts banking, it's because you did something and probably disabled nav mode, which is exactly what happened. So now it's not on nav mode again. GPS. What the heck? Why is it? There we go. That's a bit weird. The airframe hours. Doesn't show that, does it? Okay, it's going backwards basically. Is what it's doing. It's decided to go back to KCHA, so I don't know why it's doing that. It should be going from... It should be going to Dickens on a heading of 387, is what it should be doing. But yeah, it's literally trying to fly back there. Let's see if we can fix it. Tell you what we'll do, if we do approach again, tell it to activate. Still wants to go backwards, bizarrely. Sometimes the audio of the FLP in the right game bugs. The left FLP shows the old order. Do you know how you fix that? This looks the same as that one. You've had this in an A320, whenever select approach it puts you back. You have to fly it manually. That's just so bizarre. Alright, how about this then? We stay on heading mode. We go delete flight plan. What are you doing? Why am I pressing this and it's toggling these soft keys? What the heck? Select approach. I don't know, it's behaving proper weird right now. I can't click on that anymore. Is that the VFR map bug? We're going KNBA. I think it was. Or was it KBNA? Activate. It still won't let me activate this. It's really bugged out now. You can't activate that at all.